What's your darkest secret? Many years ago I was a teenager. It was summer and I was staying at a friend's house. For a couple days my friend wasn't around at the time. And I was sitting by myself in the kitchen. His mom, smoking attractive late 30s or early 40s, comes out of the bathroom. Having just showered and wearing only a bathrobe. The front of the robe is open low, showing off a lot of her lumps still flushed and wet from the shower. I politely avoid looking. We start talking. Eventually she gets to asking me about what I was planning to do. The next day. My friend had to go out on an errand the next day. Which would take a few hours. Something one would assume to be very boring. She sits down at the table across from me. The robe opens a little more. And from this angle I get a really good view. I politely avoid looking. She suggests that instead of going with him, could stay here. I assume she just meant because the errand would be boring and she was giving me an out to just hang out here and not be dragged along. As a 16-year-old I really wanted to do something. But I convinced myself there was no way this was happening. So I say that's okay, I'll go with him. After all, what would I do here? She raises one leg up and puts her foot on the seat of a chair. She has these beautiful manicured toes. And as someone into that I bulge there. And then the rope slides down her leg and falls away, giving me a view of her bare leg all the way to her inner thigh. I politely avoid looking. Oh, I'm sure you'd think of something to do, she says, running her fingers along her leg. I acted she meant play video games or read comics. Because there was not way I would do this to my friend. I explained I told him I'd come with him. And we actually have some fun things planned to do while we're out, so I wouldn't want to bail on him. She seems disappointed by my answer and suggests, somewhat half-heartedly, that I could still cancel that and stay. I tell her that I'm actually looking forward to it. She seems almost dejected. She puts her leg down, sits back normally and closes her rope. At this point I could not hold it in anymore. I sat on her and said, you know what? I can stay. What followed was me losing my V-card to my friend's mother. As well as the best vacuum cleaner 3000 extra suction dock I've ever felt.